up, everybody? Professional wrestler Chris Wild back with another edition of Eagles News Now. Let's get right to it. Last night was day one of the 2020 NFL Draft. I went live. It was a blast. I'd like to thank everybody that joined me, but I had quite an overreaction, I believe, to the Jalen Reagor pick. Let's get right to it. Let me take you back to the live to check that out.
Before we announce Eagles selection, I personally thank our fans for your contributions to the NFL Draft Society.
Here we go.
If you're able to give, we encourage you to go to NFL.com/relief and contribute to those most in need. And we thank you again for your support. With the 21st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Reagor.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Well, this is a player and a name
You gotta be kidding me.
who's been rising up a lot of draft boards since the end of the season. And you're thinking, Reagor, that name sounds familiar. You are 100%.
So yeah, overreaction will be putting it mildly. I feel kind of silly for that reaction. But let me explain myself right now and how I'm feeling today after thinking it over and having a night to sleep on it. Look, it came down to 21. I was seeing wide receivers fall. CeeDee Lamb fell all the way to 17. I expected Howie maybe to try to trade up with Atlanta. He did not. And look, when it comes to that, guys, this isn't Madden. You can't just choose the option that whatever team you want to trade with is going to trade with you. Atlanta didn't want to trade the pick. So you can't, I mean, I can't fault Howie for not moving up, not knowing what the other guys would have wanted. Atlanta seems the only team that would have done it. The stinking Cowboys take CeeDee Lamb to screw us over because in hindsight, it does no good to their team. Yes, having another stud wide receiver is going to be great for their offense, but they really needed defense. They lost so much, and in my opinion, are not a better team right now with CeeDee Lamb. They're just not. They don't have a defense. Their defense last year couldn't stop our practice squad guys. So with that being said, Justin Jefferson was still there at 21. I had talked myself into Justin Jefferson the past 2 weeks, even though he plays 99% of his football out of the slot. I'd really talked myself into him and really, really wanted the Eagles to draft Justin Jefferson. That was my guy along with Denzel Mims, who hasn't been picked yet, by the way. And I'm expecting the Eagles to pick Jefferson. They showed a picture of Jefferson on the phone. And then he says Jalen Reagor, and I just kind of snapped. Because if you follow me, there was a video that I posted last week where I had heard word that Jalen Reagor, they were looking to pick him at 21 or Brandon Ayuk. And I said, there's no way that these guys this year are first round guys. Any other year, yes. Not this year. There's so many better options. Than Reagor and Ayuk. And apparently I was wrong. And I can admit that I was wrong. I tell my kids, if you're wrong, you admit it. And I admit I was absolutely wrong because come to find out, the Vikings were looking to take Jalen Reagor at the next pick because they lose their speed on their offense by trading Stephon Diggs. And Justin Jefferson, again, he's going to be a great pro, I believe. He could be Jordan Matthews, who knows. But he plays a lot of his ball out of the slot. That's where Adam Thielen plays it. So they were really looking to Reagor. The 49ers move back into the first round, pick Ayuk a couple picks later. So Jalen Reagor was not going to be there. He was not going to be there in the second round. Neither was Brandon Ayuk. So I was completely off base and completely wrong about that. Also, sleeping on it and looking at this pick, the one thing that the Eagles really needed was speed. I had said it in the live that they really needed speed. They bring speed. I'm actually, because again, I don't just sit here and make my thoughts off the limb. So I did notes before the draft of Jalen Reagor, and I just want to read what I have because I only have a couple of weaknesses compared to a lot of strengths. So I write down Jalen Reagor, 5'11", 195 pounds. I'm not worried about that 5'11" because you got guys like Antonio Brown that are 5'11". This guy plays like he's 6'4", the way he jumps for the ball. Ran a 4.47. I think he's faster than that. His game speed definitely looks faster than 4.47. He's a Z receiver. He can work the slot as well. He's fluid and explosive. Can get you that chunk play. He gets the top speed quickly. I highlighted this: devastating vertical wide receiver, blows past defenders, great at tracking the ball, and he has a fast game speed that can be described as blazing speed. His weakness is, I said that he's bothered by press coverage and that he had some drops last year. So, when you think of drops and you think of speed, I think of Nelson Aguilar. That was in my head when it came to Jalen Reagor. But you look at his quarterback play in 2019, he had a horrible quarterback, which attributed to a lot of his drops. They didn't get him the ball enough in 2019. 2018 was better, but you put him in a system with Carson Wentz, I think he's going to be great for us. I also think that having a proven guy that can play on the outside, and apparently one of the things that really impressed the Eagles coaching staff about Jalen Reagor was they threw a lot of stuff at him during his interview, and his recall was awesome. So Aaron Moorhead feels like he can teach this guy to play wherever. He does a lot of stuff the Eagles like to do. He can run the ball. His catch radius is insane. Now, look, he had a 47% catch rate last year. Again, you got to look at the quarterback play when it comes to that as well. And this gives you the speed that the Eagles need. They had an incredibly slow offense the past 2 years. Jalen Reagor does make this team better. He makes this offense way better than it was coming into the draft without even suiting up, without even looking at the playbook. Having a guy that Carson can throw the ball up to, which he did not have last year. This helps out the run game with Miles Sanders. Now they're not gonna stack the box. The safeties are, who do you cover if you have him and Deshaun Jackson on the field at the same time? It makes this team a lot quicker. They're going to add another wide receiver at some point. I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. I think they could probably go defense. Again, a lot of good talent at linebacker still on the board, a lot of good talent at corner, and there's some really good guys at safety. Antoine Winfield Jr., there's no way he gets to 53, but he's still on the board as well that they could pick from guys. So, yeah, I just want to apologize for that overreaction. But, again, it was a fun time on live with some of my subscribers. I had, it was a margarita night for me as well. And I wanted to hear the words Justin Jefferson without really thinking about what Jalen Reagor does for this team and thinking that he was going to be around in the second round, which was a big, big miss by me. So I can admit to being wrong, guys. I'm all in on Jalen Reagor. And look, man, still tons of draft left. I think we're all being kind of unfair to Howie because, look, we expect this to be Madden, him just be able to trade with whoever to get CeeDee Lamb. But I think we're good with Jalen Reagor. I think we're really good with him. And Carson Wentz tweeted right as soon as he was picked that he's a happy guy. So with that, I'd also like to take an apology out to little Carson. I absolutely chokeslammed him yesterday when the pick was made. I apologize for that. Never happen again. Well, I can't say that because it probably will, during games this year when I'm upset. But you'll be ready. Anyway, guys, can't wait to see you guys for tonight. Probably won't be live streaming, but I will film my reactions to the pick. Let's knock this out of the park, guys. Still a lot of draft left. Go Birds. Like, share, and subscribe. And I and little Carson will see you later.